Hey everyone, it's Michelle Fawcett, the Dreaming Dilettante, and I am coming out to you with a little tutorial here on a cute 3x3 handmade card that I wanted to show you how to make. And it's such an easy card to make, and it's been a lot of fun, so I wanted to show you how to do it. This particular card I made using our pistachio pudding base and our strawberry slush, and I'm also going to show you how to make the coordinating envelope, which is also in the strawberry slush. I ended up, I loved the strawberry slush, so I used up all my inventory on that one. So instead I am going to use some crisp cantaloupe. So the base of the card is going to be the same. This is the pistachio pudding. This is a 6-inch piece, 6 inches wide by 3 inches high, and it's folded in half and scored in the middle. And then I have 2 pieces of white cardstock that are 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches that I applied to the front and on the inside as a place to write your sentiment. So that's the base of your card. Your envelope is going to be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to show you how to make that next. But first, I'll show you what I did for the card itself. So what you want to do, and I'm going to take your stamp set. You can do pretty much any of these. I thought would be adorable. I think I'm going to go with the thank you stamp for this time around. But obviously the first time I did a happy birthday. The Itty Bitty Banner stamp set, which is this one here, is perfect for making these little cards. The stamp sizes are ideal, and what's really nice is it covers you pretty much for any occasion. So you could actually make a couple of these to have on hand, or custom make them for as you have an event, but you can always have a quick card ready to go. So I'm going to take my mounting block and my stamp. Just give that a little press. Then I'm going to take my Stays On black. I'm going to stamp it. Ink it up, rather. Okay. And then you want to come over to your cardstock and try to center it as best you can. Straight down and straight up. And you always want to stamp, and I'm going to tell you this because I've had like 4 blooper videos that I could have made. You want to stamp your image before you've attached the piece to your cardstock, mainly because if you make a mistake, you're stuck and you can't fix it. So you don't want to have that. And then I'm using, this is from the stamp set called Lovely Little Labels. And that's this one here. These are so cute. Perfect embellishments if you like to make tags or for gift tags, or even just decorating an envelope that you're going to be mailing out to somebody. If you're actually going to be mailing this card, you could really decorate the envelope cute with these. This is a great stamp set to have, and they are just so tiny and cute. So I'm using these as a bit of an embellishment to this as well, just to give it a little bit something more. So same thing, I'm using my Stays On. Straight down and straight up. And then I'm going to do a little heart. And the same thing. Straight down, straight up. And that just gives you a nice little decorative card there. And as you can see on this one, I went ahead and I colored the edges. But I think for this one, I'm going to do it a little different. But I'll show you how I did the edges on the other card. So I just put a little bit of my snail on there. I want to attach this. Okay. And what I did for this was I used my blender pen, and I'll show you how I accomplished that. This is the Strawberry Slush ink pad. And I'm also going to recommend, if you're interested in these colors and the color schemes, these all came in a kit together where you got an assortment of the in-color colors, that's actually what they're called, as well as the stamp pads. So this was a great way to get an assortment of stamp pads as well as coordinating papers. So I'll provide all the details on my blog as well if you're interested in learning about that. I just took my blender pen, dipped it into my ink pad, and then just started coloring. And this kind of gave it a little bit of I kind of wanted like a little bit of a rustic look. And if you wanted it to be a softer effect, And I'll take a little piece of paper here just to show you if you wanted to do a softer effect on the white. What you can do is just kind of apply it to your mat, your craft mat, and let it get a little light. And then just really, really work it. And as you can see, you could even color it on a piece of scratch paper out a little bit if you wanted to. But it just gives a nice, I don't want to say watercolor effect, but it just gives it this nice, like, kind of rubbed on color. And it's a nice contrast. I thought with having the pink, that was just such a bright color, it was a nice offset. So I just wanted to show you how that was done. But for this one, I don't think we need it. So I'm going to leave that. But there is the Crisp Cantaloupe ink pad. So if you wanted to add that to your white, or even, you know, around the edges, absolutely could do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the baked brown sugar, and I'm just taking a sponge, and I'm just going along the edges just to give it a bit of a aged look. And what's nice is, you know, you have these measurements for the card. I mean, you could just really do pretty much anything with it. I'm going to add a little bit to here. Like I said, I want it to have a little bit of an aged look to it. Like that. A little bit to the white. I mean, you really could pretty much do anything to decorate the cards now. But what I love about that, the stamp set, the Itty Bitty Banners, is that you can pretty much cover everything. So, you know, you can make a card for a baby shower, you can make a card for a birthday present, just a thank you card, and you've got them all covered with this one stamp set. And I'm just doing the inside a little bit too. And then you have this white piece in here, which is perfect for writing your little personalized letter to someone, your wishes. Okay, and I did that. And then to add just a little bit of something else, I'm going to take our Jewel Basics rhinestones, and I'm going to go for this real tiny one here. I'm just going to put that right here in the center of the heart. Somewhere in the center of the heart. Oop, lost one. Okay, just gives it, like I said, just a little something extra. Okay, so that's your card. I mean, how long did that take? I mean, it's so super simple, and now you have a perfect little thank you card to make for somebody. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the matching envelope. Now for the matching envelope, you're going to need our Stampin' Up, I'm just going to slide my board up a little bit. You're going to need our Stampin' Up envelope punch, and I love, 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 love this thing. It's so much fun. So for this one, it's so easy to use, and I have a video online on how to use the punch board if you want to have a little bit more of a detailed instruction. But when you have it in front of you, it's pretty straightforward, and it even gives you the instructions right on there, so you're ready to go. We're making the 3x3 card, so it tells us we need a 5 1/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of paper, which is right here. And it's telling us that we need to start at the 2 5/8 score line. So across the top here, you have your 2 5/8 score line. So I'm going to line that up, punch, score it, turn it around. I'm going to line up my score line to this piece here, punch, and then I'm going to line this piece up right here, again to the score line. So you're lining your score line up to this little piece, punch, score it, and you do this just on all 4 sides, punch, I'm going to score it. And then if you want, I didn't do it on my other envelopes, but I'll show you here just to give you a bit of a variety. On the top there is a reverse punch, and it rounds your corners, so you can have some nice rounded corners on your envelope. I didn't mind the point, but if you'd rather have something a little more rounded, you can do that. So now you just fold it up. And if you have a bone folder, that's very handy. It just gives you a bit more of a crease on it. Okay. And then you want to take your snail adhesive and just run some right there. I'm just going to run a little bit there. Okay. And there you go. So now you have a perfect little envelope. And what I had done was I took one of my little rhinestones and I just applied it to the bottom there just to give it a little something extra. And there you have it. So I mean, you can make a card, and I'd have to look, and what was it? Less than 10 minutes, a perfect little card. So if you're like me and realize that you have the present, but maybe you're running out without a card, this is great because now you can make a quick card for before an event, or you can have a couple of them and you can make them to have on hand whenever you should need them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it and you'd like to get more updates, you can definitely subscribe to my newsletter and you'll receive all the updates that happen on my website. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.